So today I'm going to be talking about the expert hierarchy system, and you can be going, what's this? You're part of this. You've always been a part of this on some level, and some people actually get a little bit funny about being part of the expert hierarchy, and they don't realize why it is that they have been chosen to be part of that hierarchy. So I'm going to explain it to you today, but first I'd like to thank Justine Lett for our sponsor today. She is running the Golden Thread Protocol as a post-conference workshop after the Australian Hypnosis Conference. So if you want to get onto that, please navigate to the Australian Hypnosis Conference webpage and check it out. But let's move along, shall we? So the expert hierarchy system, and how does it affect you? So what's going on here? So I'm going to draw it out for you. Understand, I'm not an artist, but you'll catch the drift. How does the expert hierarchy system work? So basically, let's just say you've got a question. I'll use a very simple metaphor. How to make a cake. Okay? So your question might be as simple as, how do you make a cake? And you're down here with your question and you're thinking, who can I ask that can help me with this question? And what's happening here is you're going through all of your resources to ask someone who can help me. Then what happens is you start doing building blocks. So you're going up these building blocks and you're creating this system. Now, if you were to go right up to the number one, the best person in the whole entire world that makes cakes, then chances are you've got, say a chef or someone that you admire, but, let's just say Jamie Oliver, and you can't access this particular person for whatever reason. So you're then going to downscale the hierarchy, because this is the hierarchy here. And you're going to turn around and you'll probably ask someone like your mum or your friend or a relative. So you will ask the next person in the line, because you know you can access this person. Now this person turns around and says to you, oh awesome, I can give you a recipe on making a cake, but then they go a little bit shy and think, why are you asking me? My cakes are not that good, blah, 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 blah. And that's because we go into a level of self-doubt, because what's happened is you as a person right here have gone, who's someone that knows this and has done it? And that's what you've done. You've just gone to the next expert that you know in line. But the thing is, let's just say you've asked your best friend, and your best friend's like, yeah, sure, I've got a recipe, but my cake's not that real good. You might be better off asking my friend, Miranda. So that's what you do. You get the contact details and you contact Miranda and you go, hi, my best friend is blah, blah, and she told me to contact you about how to make a cake. And then Miranda's like, oh, sure, I'll give you a recipe. I've got some classes. Here's a video or something like that. But the thing is, Miranda learnt off somebody else that was higher up on the hierarchy, and that person learnt off somebody else that was high up in the hierarchy. And that's why when it comes to the expert hierarchy, you are part of the hierarchy because somebody has come to you, one, because they trust you. So many people go, oh, I know it's a stupid question, or perhaps I should have known, or my parents didn't teach me. Like, my parents never, like my mum, I didn't even know how to put on makeup when I was like 17 years old and I moved out of home. Had no idea. So I just basically kind of slopping on whatever I could find. And we didn't have YouTube videos back then. Oh my God, I'm revealing how old I really am. But that's how it was. So you go to the next person. I went to the local Avon lady and said to her, look, I'm going to meet a guy. I know nothing about makeup. Can you help me? And she was like, yeah, sure. And gave me all these little tiny sample lipsticks and stuff like that and helped me out. So you go to that person because you trust them, because you have a question. Now, if that person doesn't trust themselves, they're not really going to be very good in the hierarchy, or they're going to refer to themselves because they don't have the self-esteem within themselves to feel like they are granted warranty to give you the information. And this is where the hierarchy can start to fall over, because they're like, oh, well, I don't know, maybe, or blah, blah, blah. Rather than saying, oh, I really don't know, or that's outside the scope, talk to someone, or, oh, thanks for that. Thanks for coming to me for the advice. However, I find that you would find better information from this person instead, and that's where you're going up the hierarchy now. And then you can find out the information that you actually and truly want. So the next time somebody comes up to you and is asking for some advice, it's because you're the next expert in line that they can access and that they trust. So when somebody comes up to you and says, look, I need some help, I've got a blah, 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 or I've got a question about blah, 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 feel honoured. They have chosen you as their expert inside of that particular piece of knowledge, and they're the one that you trust. They trust you, they want to know what it is that you know, and they see something in you that perhaps you haven't seen in yourself. So be part of the expert hierarchy, feel honoured when you're asked these questions, and if you really don't know the answer, then just refer them on to somebody else, or let them know there's a friend of a friend or a YouTube video that you can watch. So be part of the expert hierarchy and help out people inside of society. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye.